So we'll begin our Bhagavad-gītā shloka recitation as usual with prayers to the wonderful deities of ISKCON Shishadripuram. Shri Baldeva Prabhu, Shri Subhadra Maharani, Lord Jagannatha, Gaur Nitai, Panch Tattva, Lord Parshurama, Lord Vamandeva, Guru Parampara, Srila Guru Maharaj. Yep. Okay, we'll see our prayers. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Okay, right. So we are in the chapter of Dhyāna-yoga, and today we will be doing two shlokas, 6.29 and 6.30. So shloka is Sarvabhutastham Atmanam Sarvabhutani Chatmani Ekshate Yoga Yukta Atma Sarvatra Samadarshanaha. Translation: A true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees every being in me. Indeed, the self-realized person sees me, the same Supreme Lord, everywhere. So as this chapter is related to Dhyana Yoga, it is talking about yogi, a true yogi. That is, a yogi here would be somebody who practices Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, where they would meditate on the super soul or Paramatma feature of the Lord, who is present in every heart of every living entity in this material universe. So that is what it refers to. So 6.30 is Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam chamai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sa cha me na pranashyati. Translation: For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. Right? The previous one was observes me in all beings and also sees every being in me. So indeed, the self-realized person sees me and the same Supreme Lord everywhere. So this one says, for one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, or nor is he, that yogi, is ever lost to me. So, okay, right. So 6.29. So as this chapter is related to Dhyana Yoga, so and this is it goes through a progressive stages. So here till shloka from 10 to 32, where it starts with practice and then goes to perfection in yoga, how to achieve perfection in yoga. So this defines how one will achieve perfection when one who is practicing yoga, that is yoga practitioner. So His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu gives detailed explanation, scientific detail. So here Lord Krishna will talk about the next level of realization, right? The top lowest realization would be Bhagwan realization, but here as it is in progressive stages, so it will give the next level of realization. So here Sarvabhuta Stham Atmanam, one who is situated in all bodies, in all living beings, in all living entities. Sarvabhutani Chatmani, one who is one in whom all living beings are situated. Ikshate yoga yukta atma, which means to see. We see it with our eyes. So Lord Krishna is saying one will actually see from one's purified vision. One, that is a practitioner who is engaged in process of yoga, sarvatra samadarshana. One is samadarshana. One is equipoised in looking at all things. Sarvatra samadarshana. He sees everything equally. So Sarva Bhutastam, situated in all beings, Atman, the super soul, Sarva, all. Sarva Bhutastham Atmanam. So this is referring to the all-pervading super soul, Paramatma feature of the Lord, who is situated in heart of all living entities. So we see that at one level, super soul is inside everything. At another level, where it says everything is inside that particular super soul. So one may ask, how is this possible? Because as per material existence, in our material existence, our realization, these things, this is not possible. So this is only possible with the in the spiritual potency, in the spiritual world, or in the spiritual potency, because Lord has his inconceivable potency. So Paramatma or super soul, as Shirodaksha Vishnu, Paramatma feature is inside everything. This is present, Paramatma is present even in every atom. So Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hrideshu Arjuna Tishtati. So this is where we, in the last chapter, 61st shloka of 18th chapter, Lord Krishna will give detail that he is situated in hearts of all living entities. Also, we are in Mahavishnu. So we know that. So there are three levels of Lord Vishnu's expansion, which is again when the creation comes into existence, it happens at a progressive level. So there are multiple manifestations of the Lord. One manifestation is Shirodaksha Vishnu, which we is talking about Paramatma feature, who is inside everything, in heart of every living entities, also in every atom. Then there is Mahavishnu manifestation, which is inside whom everything is. So we know that there are three levels of Lord Vishnu manifestations. Srila Prabhupada gives detail in Shloka 7.4. First, there is Mahavishnu when the creation comes into existence. So first there is Mahavishnu, that is Karnodaksha Vishnu, from whom all universes emanate. And then once universes emanate, they come into existence, then there is Garbhodaksha Vishnu who expands into each individual universe. And from whose navel, we know that there is a lotus, and situated on that lotus is Lord Brahma, who is born through that lotus in the navel of the Lord, coming from the navel of the Lord. Then all the universes are created. Then that Shirodaksha Vishnu expands further into each of the living being's heart and in every atom. So in this way, Lord is present inside everything, and everything is inside him. So Sarvatra Samadrashana. So the important thing worth noting is yogis see everything equally. They are in equipoised state. So what is the basis of this equal vision? So this equal vision is the understanding that everything is connected with the Lord. Everything is different manifestation of the Supreme Lord's control and energy. So, so there are many ways to look at it. So there is one we talked about, that there are different manifestations of Lord Vishnu. So there is one Lord Karnodaksha Vishnu, who is from whom all the universes come. So and in each universe there is Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and in and then there is Shirodaksha Vishnu, who is present in every heart of every living entity and in every atom. So we see that like this, that same Lord, he is inside individual living entity, and he's also outside that individual living entity. Also, another way of looking at is that everything is energy of the Lord, or it is either Lord or his energy, potency, and there is spiritual energy and material energy. So our body, which is made of material energy, but we are spirit soul. So like that also we are situated in the Lord. He is inside and outside. Inside in the heart of every living entity as Paramatma. Outside, our body is also energy of the Lord. Although this body is made from material energy, but the soul is spiritual, but nevertheless it is energy of the Lord. So it is Lord's energy. So like that, the Lord is present inside and outside also. So, Lord Krishna talked about Samadarshana in many places. In Shloka 5.18 also, he talked about Pandita Samadarshana, how a wise person sees all living beings equally. That could refer to Atma or Paramatma Tattva. So, but here Lord Shri Krishna is referring to that living being within whom everybody is present. And this clearly refers to the Supreme Lord, the Super Soul manifestation, the Paramatma feature of the Lord. So the Lord here, being the source of all beings, is like the mother and the maintainer. And in the next shloka, Lord Krishna is talking about the perfection of yoga. And we see that Lord Srila Prabhupada, he gives detail like perfection of Krishna consciousness. Um, he's talking about Bhakti Yoga, practicing of Krishna consciousness, which includes levels of perfection, all these levels of perfection. So here in this shloka, he directly talks about himself. And till now he was referring to that being who contains everyone. So in verse 28, we know that he spoke about Brahman realization. That is one of the realizations of the feature of the Lord. And in 29th shloka, he is talking about Paramatma realization. And in shloka, this particular shloka 30, he's talking about Bhagwan realization, which is complete realization of the Lord. Others are partial realization. So here one realizes Satchitananda. In previous, it's progressive. There is incomplete realization. So yo mam pashyati sarvatra, one who sees me everywhere, sarvam cha mai pashyati, and sees everything in me. Tasyaham, such a person, na pranashyami. I am never lost for such a person, for such a practitioner, nor that person is ever lost for me. So Lord Krishna will use this word pranashyati in many places. So Lord Krishna has also used pranashyati in shloka 63 of chapter 2nd. Where he said buddhi nasat pranashyati. So pranashyati can refer to fall, loss, or destruction. So His Grace Sri Chaitanya Charan Prabhu gives detail that here it refers to fallen when intelligence is lost, one falls back. Then here it also refers to fall. That person is never lost to me, and I am never lost to that person. So we perceive Krishna, we are connected to Krishna everywhere, even if we are in this material world. So this is a great mercy of the Lord. Although we are in material world, if we perceive Krishna, we are connected to Krishna, and like that, we know Krishna is everywhere. And even though we are in this material world, while Lord, we know that He's in spiritual world, but like we said, He's through realization, one can perceive Krishna everywhere. Um, so actually, this can be understood in many various levels. So realization depends on, as we said, that this bhakti, this is at a progressive stages, and so we know that gopis, they are the most advanced devotees of the Lord. So like gopis are Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Lord Krishna himself, who came as a who showed how to be a perfect disciple and a devotee of the Lord, or a practitioner of Krishna consciousness, or how to be a perfect guru also. So how they see Krishna everywhere? They see Krishna everywhere. When Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw he was traveling, or he saw some ordinary mountain, he said to himself, or he thought, he was completely, his realization was he saw it as Govardhana. And when he saw some river, he saw it as river Yamuna, and he would go into this trance, ecstatic trance. So that is very advanced, and gopis are topmost advanced devotees of the Lord. Lord himself says that. So some person, he asked Lord, he asked Srila Prabhupada, how can we see Krishna everywhere? How is this possible? And Srila Prabhupada told that when everything reminds us of Krishna, that is how it is. So he gave example of like when mother who is bringing up her child, how the way she loves that child, when she sees everything connected to that child, she remembers her child. This is my child's shoes, this is my child's clothes or This is how my child talks when she hears someone. And the toys, whatever she sees, her realization is that it reminds her of her child, because there is love. So everything reminds her of her child. So similarly, when a devotee sees something, it reminds him, or the devotee, it reminds him of Krishna, or the devotee understands that everything is energy of Lord Shri Krishna. So by that, devotee becomes attached or attracted to Lord Shri Krishna. His consciousness is a Krishna consciousness at that time. So this yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam chamai pashyati. This is in a most exalted state. There can be multiple levels. So for example, when you see sky or mountain or river, and you think of it as Lord Krishna's energy, then that is advanced level. So this is one level of perception. So the gopis are at the far advanced level. They are at the topmost level of Krishna consciousness. So when so we know this from the behavior of the gopis. When Lord Shri Krishna left Vrindavana, or he left gopis, actually Lord never leaves Vrindavana, but he disappeared from their sight. So in that situation, whatever the gopis saw, they saw it in connection with Lord Krishna. So in a forest or in the one, if they were walking and they saw a deer or some other living being or a bird or animal, and they would inquire from that living being if they had seen Krishna. And if they came across some male animals, and they would say to themselves, oh, because males are hard-hearted, so one way male will help another male, they will not help or favor another female. So they wanted to be in touch with Krishna, they wanted to be with Krishna. So that is how it is. And if they saw Tulsi plant, they thought Tulsi will help us, because she would understand their plight, their condition of separation. So they will see, when they saw some female deer, and they will think that, it looks like you are also in the same situation as ours, and you are also in a bereaved state, you are missing the male deer. So because the male deer has left you, so you can understand, as we have been left by Sri Krishna. So the gopis, whatever they saw, whatever they saw, whatever living being they came across, they would ask, where is Krishna? So that is how it is. So in this, the gopis demonstrated the level of Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra. They see Krishna everywhere, and whatever they see, they will think, oh, this is Lord Krishna's sound. And the pastimes with Lord Krishna in the forest, they will be waiting in the forest, thinking that when Lord Sri Krishna will come back. Even though Lord Krishna is not there, they were thinking of Lord Krishna all the time. So, in Lord Krishna, in his communication, in teachings to Lord Uddhava, he told Lord Uddhava that separation from me is impossible, right? So as we saw that even this universes, they're made of Lord Krishna's energy. There is Lord Vishnu Tattva present. So the universes are coming from Lord Vishnu, and he's inside the universe as Garbhodakshay Vishnu also, and then his Paramatma feature as Lord Kshirodakshay Vishnu. He's in everything, in every atom. So like that. So they were separated from Lord Krishna's form. So the gopis were separated from Krishna, isn't it? Like that. And here Lord Krishna has also told Uddhava that separation from me is impossible. So this means that they were separated from Krishna's form. They were not able to see Krishna, but because Lord Krishna is within their heart, because we saw their level of realization, how advanced it is. So in everything and everywhere, they are seeing it in connection to Lord Krishna. And this is a very exalted position. So Srila Prabhupada gives this shloka from Brahma Samhita 5.38, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santaha Sadeva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shyama Sundaram Achintya Guna Surupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. So I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who is always seen by the devotee, whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form of Shyama Sundara, situated within the heart of that devotee. So Prema Anjana is like ointment, Amrita Anjana, which people apply to head. So when someone is having eye disease, the eyes are burning and people will not be able to see clearly. So they will apply this anjana ointment to cool their eyes, cleanse their eyes. So this will fix their eyes, heal their eyes. So so like that, currently our eyes, our material eyes are diseased. They are diseased by material desires. Because of that, we can see only material things everywhere right now. But premanjana churita bhakti vilochinana. When we apply ointment of love, so it is ointment of prema. So the eyes of devotion and the ointment of love, bhakti vilochinana, then premanjana. So we all can say that I also, people will say that I also have eyes of devotion. I am trying to practice devotional service, Krishna consciousness. And when I look at Krishna, I say, He's my Lord, He's my Master, and I want to offer everything to Him, whatever I have, my whole life. So we can also say that we have Bhakti Vilochanena. So Bhakti, as mentioned earlier, Bhakti is goes through stages, a stage of progression. There are 9 stages in Bhakti, starting with the faith, Shraddha, and the final stage is Prema. So we not only have to devotionalize, practice devotional service, but we also have to have loving disposition. And we have, when we have both of these, um, we are devotionalizing, that is practicing devotional service, and have also achieved loving disposition. That means we when we have gone through this process of devotional advancement, then we will finally achieve that level of prema. Then we can say that this vision we get, Santa Sadeva, saint people always practice what? Hirdeshu Vilokayanti. They see within their heart, Vilochanena. What they see is Lord Shyamasundram. They see Shyamasundara, and they see Shyamasundara in heart of all living entities, living beings. They see Shyamasundara and Achinta Guna Swarupam. They see Shyamasundara in the heart of all living beings, all living entities. They see inconceivable quality and form of Lord Shyamasundara, and that Lord who is revealed only through the love. So that is how it is. This is the progressive stage of bhakti, and different levels of realization. So first in shloka 28 there was Brahman realization. Then in 29 there was Paramatma realization, and in shloka 30 it talks about complete realization, which is Paramatma realization. So that is how it is. Any practitioner of bhakti will go through these 9 stages, and finally when they have this prema highest level, they will be able to see Shyamasundara. But they will first practice seeing in heart of all living beings, in everything they will see it as Lord Krishna, that he is present everywhere. So finally when they have full love, complete love, that is the highest stage, and that is prema. So thank you, Prabhuji, Mataji, thanks for joining. Please continue to join tomorrow to know more about progression. Next shlokas talk about. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Sri Hari Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Dandavat.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Devotees, just stay back for one small announcement. Thank you. So, today we are starting the Jagannath Pastimes Workshop. It's a 5-day workshop starting from today, 2nd July to 6th of July. So, we have very, very interesting stories lined up. And today's class, I'm going to give today's class. And like that, we have 5 speakers lined up for each day. All right. So please attend today's class at 7 p.m. So see you at 7 p.m. I'll send out the Zoom link in the groups. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Looking forward to see you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.